What's up, everybody? This week I'm joined by Sarah as we get into the Christmas spirit by watching a movie that is one part family, one part slapstick, and one part soul. Home Alone 2, Lost in New York. That and a whole lot more is to come on this week's episode of the 90s podcast. Welcome to the show. Hey everybody, welcome to Ye Old 90s podcast, right here in your ears or in front of your screen, depending on where you're watching it and listening to it. How y'all doing? This is John, and I'm joined by the wonderful Sarah. Sarah, how you doing?
I'm fabulous, dear. How are you?
Stressed. We've got 11 days till Christmas.
Oh no!
Yes. So this is going to be like we did with Halloween. We did 2 episodes of Halloween. We're going to do 2 episodes for Christmas.
Yes.
So the first episode for Christmas, I figured we'd go and watch a movie that we've watched about 100 times, that we always watch around this time of year.
Yes.
And I think now it's become tradition.
Yes.
That we watch the first movie, but the second movie, sometimes we watch it, sometimes we don't.
Correct.
Partly because, in the words of the Muppets, the sequel sometimes is just not that good.
Yes.
So, but before we go into that, how are you doing?
I am well. I am overrun with Christmas.
Yes.
So much Christmas.
So much Christmas.
Christmas planning, Christmas food, Christmas presents, Christmas wrapping.
Christmas market.
Christmas. Hi.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, in 12 days it'll be over.
Woohoo!
That's one thing I've noticed about over here, and we'll go into this more next week, and I'll explain what I mean by at the end of the episode. But over here in the United States of America, you guys like to celebrate the holiday on the day, and that's it. Shut it down.
We are done.
There's no bleed
Nothing
over.
to see here.
Nothing to see here. What do you mean Halloween? That was yesterday. Get with the program. Come on. So I love that about being over here, but it kind of makes things feel a little rushed.
Well, I mean, in our defense, we've been celebrating Christmas since July.
Yeah.
So,
where I work, I've been doing Christmas stuff in August. Yeah. So,
as the kids would say, that sucks to suck.
Yeah. So it's 100 degrees outside. I'm sweating in my chair. My t-shirt is peeling off me, and I'm having to hear jingle bells.
Well, you're dashing through the precipitation. I don't know.
Dashing through the humidity,
right.
Sweating all the way. Okay.
Is it sweating on the...
It has been a long day, and as you can probably tell, we're not recording this anywhere close to Christmas, just by us standing. But this is coming out 11 days before Christmas. This is December 14th on the Gregorian calendar. Mm-hmm. And for everybody who celebrates Christmas, so I hope you have a wonderful, wonderful time, peace on earth, and etc., etc. And if you don't, hey, stick around. You might have something fun to listen to. Maybe not. I don't know.
Well,
anyway.
I mean, what does it fall on this year?
Christmas falls on a Thursday.
Okay. So, whatever you celebrate, whether you celebrate Christmas, Festivus, Hanukkah, Kwanzaa, or you just want a really good Thursday. Yeah. Hopefully the spirit of that's one of the things I love about Christmas and New Year. So like you've got this big, it's supposed to be, yes, there's a lot of commercialism in it, but there's supposed to be, this big, family or, just goodwill.
Yeah. Goodwill, peace and love,
yes,
and all that stuff.
And then New Year's, you get this whole fresh start thing and just leave all the yuckadoo and
in the past.
So you're right. So this is one of my favorite times of year. And then it all culminates a few weeks later in our birthdays.
Yeah.
I mean, duh.
Yeah.
But our son used to say, start in September. He calls it the start of the good months.
Because you got
fall, Halloween,
American Thanksgiving,
and yeah, so the weather starts cooling in September.
It needs to cool.
Yes, and then you've got, October, and my grandmother's birthday was on October 3rd, and so he's like, it's Mom's birthday, and then you got Halloween, and then, it's Aunt Mandy's birthday, and then you got Thanksgiving, and then you get Christmas. It's like, yes, dear, yes.
And you got New Year, and then you got our birthday.
Yes. So it's the start of we're in the good months.
We're in the good months, yes.
Yes.
And one of the things about the good months is the specialized movies.
Yes.
And they don't have too many Thanksgiving movies outside of Hallmark. There's no mainstream Thanksgiving movie. Name one. 90s or otherwise.
They exist. I just gotta look it up.
That don't exist on Hallmark. Or Lifetime.
Yeah.
It's like you never see a commercial for Chinese food. It's there. But you never see you don't even see a commercial for Panda Express. So,
oh please.
So while she's holding, let's talk about today's subject real quick.
There was a horror movie called Thanksgiving that came out in 2023. Thank you.
Oh, how'd it do? What? Anyone we know in the
cast? Patrick Dempsey.
Patrick Dempsey.
Gina Gershon.
Okay.
I love her. Addison Rae, the kids.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway. Okay.
But there's always specialty horror films out there.
Yes.
I mean, just there's horror Christmas films.
There's always.
So, but anyway, while Sarah's looking up Thanksgiving, let's talk about Christmas for a minute. We're going to be talking about the sequel to one of the greatest Christmas movies of all time.
Charlie Brown Thanksgiving. Soul Food. Paul Blart Mall Cop.
Paul Blart Mall Cop. Oh, come on, really?
Black Friday.
Hang on,
Rocky.
Paul Blart Mall Cop is to Thanksgiving what Die Hard is to Christmas, okay?
Adam's Family Values.
That takes place in the summer. The only thing...
Okay, she's pregnant in that, then has a baby. I do believe it takes place in a whole year. And somewhere in there, they had some turkey.
The turkey...
Son-in-law.
Okay.
You've got mail. Knives Out.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. They're not Thanksgiving movies. They're movies that take place at Thanksgiving. Just like Die Hard is not a Christmas movie. It's just a movie that takes place on Christmas. I will die on that hill. I don't care. And I love Die Hard. Don't get me wrong. But we're not talking about Die Hard 2. We're talking about Home Alone 2, Lost in New York.
Yes. Sorry
about the tangent. We just have... It's one of those days, yo.
Don't tell me that something doesn't exist, because I will spend an inordinate amount of time trying to prove...
that it does, especially when you're supposed to be doing something else.
Nobody asked you.
No, I know. But we're going to be talking about Home Alone 2, Lost in New York.
Yes.
So, initial thoughts on this movie before we go in depth and talk about everything about this movie. Like, we're going to go into the morality.
It's got the bird lady.
It's got the bird lady in it.
Yes.
Yeah. She used to be on Casualty in the UK. She's a very good actress.
I think everybody's been on Casualty in the UK.
No, that was the bill in the UK.
No, but even Hiddleston was on Casualty once or twice.
Yeah.
So I do believe that's one of those.
It's one of those shows
sort of like ER was back here.
It's a rotational show. It's a bunch of rotational shows. Everybody appears in what?
Law and Order.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's a judge show floating around TikTok with Junior Soprano as one of the judges. I think it's awesome.
Law and Order.
Yeah. So
the Janice in The Sopranos was a judge there too.
Really?
Yes, on one of the Law and Orders. Yes.
Now.
Yes.
Before we go ahead and talk about Home Alone, I want to ask you a quick question.
Hit me.
I've been trying to
Not really, but
I've been wrestling with to do this or not.
Uh-huh.
So next season we're going to be talking about Buffy the Vampire Slayer, right?
Uh-huh.
And Buffy the Vampire Slayer debuted in 1997,
yes,
but run until 2004.
Yes.
We talked about The Simpsons in the past, even though it debuted in 1989.
Right.
Literally 6 days in 1989.
Right.
We covered it as a 90s
Well, because
show.
a good bulk of it happened in the 90s.
Sopranos debuted in 1998.
How many seasons actually aired in the 90s? 2? It's 1/3.
There you go.
A third of it
okay,
happened.
Cool.
Okay.
I'm going to do research on it. We're going to do The Sopranos at some point.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
Anyway,
It takes so much to.
You can tell it's been one of those days when we're recording because our ADHD is not computing, or it's computing well, depending on which way you look at it.
Right.
So back to Home Alone real quick.
Yes.
It's a family Christmas movie, and it's apparently a slapstick horror movie at the same time. This one more so than the first one, because this one went dark in the in the sequence of the House of Horrors.
Yes.
It was written by John Hughes, 16 Candles John Hughes, for all the J Muse fans out there.
Yes.
Directed by Christopher Columbus, not that one. Produced by John Hughes and production company of Hughes Entertainment. It was distributed by 20th Century Fox and came out on the 20th of November, 1992.
Cool.
It did $359 million at the box office,
Awesome.
with a profit of $331 million.
So it would be 28 million? Yes. It cost
20 million budget, yeah.
Yeah.
But it only has a critical rating on the Jonometer of 55%. Why is that? We do not know. Well, actually, we do know. We'll go through it here in just a second. I got notes, y'all. I got plenty of notes.
Pages.
We have pages. So, first things first, even though we talked about it a few years ago, let's recap. What did you think of Home Alone? The original.
I loved Home Alone. It's like...
It was charming.
It was baby Saw.
Yes. But it was charming.
Yes. Kevin McAllister walked so Jigsaw could run.
Yes. Well, or pedal on his
pedal. Bike. Well, no. I mean, that was the character that wasn't Jigsaw. He shows like he hasn't watched anything.
I know. I'm not... In case you haven't noticed, I'm not a horror fan.
No.
I like psychological movies.
Right.
Right. But I don't like gore. I just think it's unnecessary.
Right.
And, it's like some of the music that the kids listen to. There's like swearing for the sake of swearing in it.
I'm married to a 90-year-old, guys.
No, there's a reason to swear in music, and it's not just to do it.
Okay. Okay.
But so Home Alone, I liked it. You liked it.
Yes.
Everybody liked Home Alone, right?
Yes. And
as of 1999, according to Kevin Smith at least, it was one of the top 20 grossing movies of all time. Yes. Now, what do you mean, Kevin Smith? Well, in the movie Dogma, it says that Salma Hayek's character is responsible for 19 of the 20 top movies of all time. And somebody sold their soul to Satan to get that movie up. They were talking about Home Alone. But they couldn't mention Home Alone because they'd already done their obligatory John Hughes joke.
Gotcha.
In Dogma already.
Gotcha.
So.
All right. Well, because of the success of the original Home Alone, John Hughes signed a 6-picture deal with Fox on the condition that one of the films be a Home Alone sequel.
Yes.
Why didn't they just stop with the first sequel?
Franchise.
Yeah.
There's many ways you can.
I know.
You saw. Basically, this is a slapstick movie,
yes,
right?
I know, but but after Home Alone 2, they didn't need to do any more.
No, but they don't really count.
I know.
They don't really count. Director Christopher Columbus and producer John Hughes returned to collaborate on the sequel. Hughes started developing the script immediately after the original film's success. So the working title was Home Alone Again, but changed it to Lost in New York to better highlight the new setting.
Hughes intentionally followed the same narrative structure as the original. Kevin separated from his family, fun with traps, emotional resolution, but moved the action to New York to raise the stakes, and boy, did he.
Yeah, they wanted the location to be a character, for lack of a better term.
Yes.
I mean, he believed that New York offered the charm and danger needed for a fresh backdrop. John Hughes loved the city and wanted to capture the Christmas time magic, especially the landmarks that feature in New York around Christmas time. So, like Central Park, Rockefeller Towers? Rockefeller Center, excuse me. So, you can tell I'm not used to Christmas over here, y'all.
Yes.
I've been here 21 years, and I still don't do Christmas that well over here.
Culkin's return was non-negotiable. John Hughes wrote the sequel specifically for him, and 20th Century Fox agreed to pay Culkin $4.5 million, one of the highest salaries ever for a child actor at that time.
Yes.
Some sources report that Culkin's father and manager, Kit Culkin, negotiated aggressively, allegedly demanding roles for other Culkin siblings in the film, such as Kieran Culkin appeared in both Home Alone and Home Alone 2. He's the weird cousin with the milk.
No, he's the weird cousin who pees the bed.
And the milk.
Okay.
In the first one.
He knocked the milk over.
Yeah, he. Yeah.
Okay.
Anyway.
But, I mean, Macaulay's come out and said that his dad was a piece of work.
Yeah, his dad was not that great. There's recently, we need to sit down and watch, as of the recording this, we haven't watched it yet, but there's a John Candy documentary.
Yes.
That we need to watch.
Yes.
Okay. So, all right. But, almost the entire principal cast from the first movie returned. Joe Pesci, Daniel Stern, Catherine O'Hara, and John Hurd, ensuring continuity and familiarity for the audience.
I think that was important.
Yes, yes, it was.
Even getting the extended family back together.
Yes.
So there's a grin across Sarah's face.
Yes, because I almost said something about this earlier. You know what one of the greatest things about this movie is?
Huh.
It introduced yet another generation to the fabulosity of Tim Curry.
Yes.
Because, see, there's a thing that you can tell a lot about a person about what was their first Tim Curry experience.
Yes.
So, my first Tim Curry experience was when he played Rooster in Annie.
Okay.
That is the first time I remember seeing Tim Curry.
My first Tim Curry experience was Loaded Weapon.
Really?
Yes. And he was absolutely hysterical.
So you're going to say the
in
Muppets?
That movie. No, I didn't become a fan of the Muppets until I grew up.
Oh,
so
okay.
like my Muppet love has come from, aside from Muppet's Christmas Carol,
right,
has come from me being a grown up and just seeing the ridiculousness of everything.
Right.
Tim Curry's comedic stuff is absolutely hilarious.
Oh, and if you watch interviews with him now, I mean, even he had a massive stroke a few years ago. But even then, I mean, he's wheelchair bound and he's got some paralysis issues. But my God, his mind is as sharp as ever.
Yeah,
and he's still just as oh my God.
So you had in the 70s you had Rocky Horror. Mm-hmm. In the 80s you had Clue.
Yes.
In the 90s you had Home Alone 2.
Yes, and a smattering of other things.
Other things, but maybe the Muppet Pirates.
Yeah, that's what I was saying,
yeah.
Yes. But the casting of Curry as a suspicious concierge at the Plaza Hotel added a new comedic villain dynamic. Curry was reportedly chosen due to his blend of sinister charm and comedic timing.
And he does the smile of the Grinch perfectly.
Yes.
The original Grinch, not the Jim Carrey version of the Grinch.
Yeah, most people don't realize that the original was
He
Tim
was
Curry's
Tim
hair.
Curry, wasn't
and
he?
that's his hair.
Really?
Yes, they just dyed it red. They put a red wash on it. That is his hair.
I did not know that.
When he grows his hair out, it is a fro.
Really?
Yes.
I did not know that.
Yeah.
Huh. Interesting. Well, the owner of the Plaza Hotel said that he wanted a cameo in the movie, and he got a cameo in the movie that was part of his fee so that they could film in there. The Plaza Hotel itself is a character in the movie as well when you think about it.
Yes.
Now, they only show 4 places. They show They show the... wherever they film, what's it called? The desk area, the concierge area.
Yeah, the lobby.
The lobby, thank you. I couldn't remember the word for it. They showed the lobby, Kevin's room, the penthouse, and the loading docks. They didn't show anything else. Oh, they showed the swimming pool too.
Yeah.
They showed the swimming pool too. But that person was current president of America, Donald Trump. There were no confirmed reports of other actors being considered to play any of the main parts because the entire film was structured around the principal cast's return.
Right. So there was no real plan B.
No.
Right. So Pesci, known for his intense dramatic roles, was reluctant to return to slapstick comedy, but ultimately reprised his role due to Hughes' persuasion and the film's lucrative potential.
Yeah, he saw money.
So what you want? You gonna pay me?
Yeah, and Joe Pesci in this movie is much more evil.
Yes.
And scheming.
Yes.
I love it. The first movie was somewhat realistic, right? And let me explain what I mean by that real quick.
Please do.
Joe Pesci's anger and his, everything. Right. He really wanted to kill the kid.
Yes.
Right? Now, there's some real...
He was done.
He was done. He, and his methodical and everything like that, right? Mm-hmm. He was a criminal in that movie. He was Dick Dastardly in this movie. Twirling his mustache.
I'll give you that. Yes.
And Daniel Stern, he wanted Marv to be, tortured.
Oh, yeah.
Because he wanted more over-the-top gags and even more exaggerated stunt. He basically wanted this to be, for lack of a better term, the first movie is based in reality, the second movie is based in Bugs Bunny land. It is a live-action Looney Tunes movie.
Well, pre-production began in early 92, and filming started in the spring to allow for a holiday release later that year. Sets were built to simulate snow where needed, especially during early spring shoots.
Yes. Several interior sets of the film, like the McAllister home, was recreated and reused on a soundstage, rather than reshooting on location in Chicago.
Yes.
So the main cast of this movie, there was, like I said, there was no number twos. They got everybody they wanted, and everybody fit their roles perfectly.
Yes.
So, excuse me. You have Macaulay Culkin as Kevin McAllister, back again. Joe Pesci as Harry. Daniel Stern as Marv. Tim Curry as Mr. Hector, the concierge. You never learn his name, so that's why I said both of them.
Yes.
And Brenda Frickler as the pigeon lady. Now, we spoke
Yes.
about her earlier being, mainstay British TV before she came to America to find her fortune. I think her best film role was in So I Married an Ex-Murderer.
Yes. I agree.
Trying to keep up with Mike Myers' Scottish dad.
Yes. And then you get the supporting cast. So back again, like we said, you've got Catherine O'Hara and John Hurt as Kate and Peter McAllister.
Yep.
And then you've got Rob Schneider as Cedric the Bellman.
I love that.
And Dana Ivey plays Hester Stone / the desk clerk.
That's the female character.
And Eddie Bracken plays Mr. Duncan.
Yes. Then you have cameo appearances from Bob Eubanks, J. Peter Morgan, Jimmy Walker, and Rip Taylor on the fictional TV show. We mentioned the hotel owner, Donald Trump, was involved. And Ali Sheedy was a cameo in this movie. I don't recall seeing Ali Sheedy in this. I'm replaying the movie.
Have to go back.
I have to go back and watch it because I can't think of anywhere in the movie she would be unless... Hang on.
Was it on TV?
She might have been playing... one of the store clerks at Duncan's Toy Chest. Maybe.
Yep.
No?
No. She was the airline lady.
Oh, okay.
The blonde airline lady. That's why you didn't recognize her, because she was blonde.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, I went to ye old IMDb.
Yes.
And I pulled a plot.
Yes.
Straight from the archives. So this is from IMDb, so it's 2 pages of notes.
Okay.
So this one's going to be a quick one, y'all.
Let's hit it.
So, the McAllister family is preparing for another Christmas vacation, this time to sunny Miami, Florida. The entire extended family is gathered at Peter and Kate McAllister's house in the suburban Chicago area the night before their flight.
Yes.
Kevin, now 10 years old, is once again feeling neglected and overlooked with his large family. During their school's Christmas pageant earlier in the day, Kevin caused a scene when his older brother Buzz embarrassed him in front of the entire audience. And Buzz offered an insincere apology. The family sided with him, once again leaving Kevin humiliated and isolated.
I can't stand the way that they... these people really... They treat this kid like crap until something happens to him.
Yeah.
So, but that night, after another argument with his parents, Kevin wishes he could spend Christmas alone, somewhere far away from his family.
Didn't he learn that lesson last year?
I was fixing to say.
How much therapy do you think he had to go through during the preceding year?
Dude, I have no idea. And the things, those little montages that they got Macaulay to film a couple of years ago, when he was like Kevin McAllister grown up, and he's like, yeah, those are hysterical. Anyway, so Kevin wants to spend Christmas alone. The next morning, the family oversleeps again due to a power outage.
Again.
Chaos ensues, and they rush to the airport, this time with everyone making it to the gate on time. However, in the commotion at O'Hare, Kevin becomes separated from the group while trying to replace the batteries in his Talkboy tape recorder. He loses sight of his family, accidentally follows a man wearing a similar coat to his father, and ends up boarding the wrong plane.
Now, how far have we come in terms of plane travel?
Yeah, that would not happen.
Because he pointed out his dad in his quote unquote his dad on the plane in first class, and he's not given an assigned seat. He just told, pick a chair anyway. Just go sit down. Go.
Yeah, no.
Can't do that now.
No, not at all.
You have your assigned seat. He should have been in 3B. So while the rest of the McAllister family heads to Miami, Kevin finds himself flying to New York City. After landing, Kevin realizes he's alone in one of the largest cities in the world. Using his father's carry-on bag, which he brought with him, Kevin checks into the Plaza Hotel using Peter's credit card and his talk boy to impersonate his father during the reservation call. He explores the city and joins the luxury suite, room service, and general freedom of being alone during the holidays. I wanted one of those talk boys. They looked so cool.
They did.
And, okay, pause for a second on the plot. I, as you know, am a professional knob twiddler. Okay?
Yes.
I've spent my entire 20 years outside of school working on audio.
Yes.
Okay. I'm not entirely great at it, but there's one thing I do know. If you record something on cassette and play it back, it is not going to sound, especially through a tiny little speaker, it is not going to sound crystal clear quality. And if you were a child playing something slowed down, it is not going to sound like a full-grown adult.
But you're also playing this backed away on 90s quality telephones, which were not digital and could be made to sound like someone was...
Yes, but there is another part in the movie coming up, which I don't think it's going to be referenced in the notes, but I'll mention it when we get to it. That he uses the talk boy again, and...
I understand that. But again, these are all analog phones. So,
well, right, I'm talking about the next part's an in-person experience.
Well, yes, but yeah.
So.
Yeah. Meanwhile, Harry and Marv, the burglars Kevin had foiled in Chicago the previous Christmas, have escaped from prison and are also in New York City. What are the odds?
Coinky dink, right?
Right? They plan to rob Duncan's Toy Chest, a massive and charitable toy store owned by Mr. Duncan. It's basically F.A.O. Schwartz. On Christmas Eve, when the store's cash donations will be at their peak. Unaware of their presence in the city, Kevin visits the store and has a pleasant conversation with Mr. Duncan, who explains that all the Christmas Eve profits are going to children's charities. Kevin donates the money and is given 2 ceramic turtle doves as a token of gratitude and friendship.
Now,
that's important.
That's important.
Yes.
That is important. But the night before, we're going back to the talk boy again.
Yes.
Because it skipped over the bit that I wanted to talk about. So we're going to talk about it anyway.
Okay.
The night before,
yes,
the concierge breaks into the hotel room.
Yes.
And Kevin sets up an elaborate shower prank.
But he's going to sound muffled in the shower.
But the playback sounds crystal clear. They couldn't even degrade it for the sake of of the movie. I understand this is along the lines of, he's playing a xylophone on his rib cage and he hit the same rib and it made the same note twice. I hope somebody got fired for that blunder. Yeah, I get it. It's bordering on that line. But come on, man. Give me something.
That's the believability that you have issue with?
Yes.
Not from the first movie, the Harry and Marv died 7,000 times.
They only died 3 times in the first movie.
Okay.
They died 15 times in the second movie.
Well, there you go.
So.
Okay.
So as Kevin leaves the toy store, he runs into Harry and Marv, who immediately recognize him. Chase ensues through the streets of Manhattan, but Kevin escapes to the Plaza Hotel. There, the hotel staff, suspicious of Kevin's earlier interactions, confront him about the stolen credit card. Concierge Mr. Hector and his staff attempt to detain him. But Kevin flees again, using Angels with Dirty Souls Part 2 to get their way through it.
Yes.
So, on the run, with no safe place to stay, Kevin wanders the city and ends up in Central Park, where he encounters the mysterious Pigeon Lady, a homeless woman covered in birds who lives in the park.
Yes. So, I think the reason I love the Pigeon Lady so much is, and I wonder... I know it doesn't mention here, but I wonder if the Pigeon Lady is a nod to Mary Poppins.
Could be.
Because there's a Pigeon Lady in that.
Could be.
So, anyway. Initially frightened by her, Kevin slowly befriends the Pigeon Lady after she helps him out of a scary situation. She takes him to her secret hideout inside Carnegie Hall, where they have a heart-to-heart conversation about trust, loneliness, and second chances. Touched by her story, Kevin promises to be her friend.
But has to leave because he has a burglary to fall.
Dun dun dun.
See, when he was being chased by the wet bandits earlier on in the movie, Kevin was actually caught by the wet bandits. And they were dragging him through the city, and for some reason, they decided to monologue.
Yes. Yes.
And give their plan away.
Of course.
So Kevin knows about the Duncan's toy chest robbery. Remembering what's about to happen, he decides to stop them. He heads to his Uncle Rob's townhouse in the city, which is currently being renovated.
Is this the same uncle that was in Paris?
Yes.
Okay.
The reason they're in Paris is because the house is being renovated. So they make money.
Right.
Kevin sets up an elaborate series of booby traps throughout the house, similar to what he did in the previous year.
On Christmas Eve, Harry and Marv break into Duncan's toy chest and steal the money from the donation vault. Kevin photographs them during the act and then lures them to his uncle's townhouse. Once inside, the two burglars fall victim to a variety of painful and humiliating traps, including falling through holes in the floor, getting hit with tools and paint cans, slipping on icy surfaces, and being blasted by construction equipment.
Not to mention being electrocuted.
Despite their attempts to catch Kevin, they are continually outsmarted and severely injured by the various devices he's rigged.
Yeah, now this is where we watched a video on YouTube, right? And it was done by the guys who do Honest Trailers.
It's Screen Rant.
Yeah. And they wasted a doctor's time and set him through both movies to see how many times Harry and Marv would die.
Yes.
And
this is before AI.
Before going into the house.
Ah, yes.
Marv had watched Harry die. No, sorry. Harry had watched Marv die 7 times by the bricks being thrown from the top of the thing. But Harry and Marv chase Kevin into Central Park, where Kevin uses fireworks to draw attention, and the pigeon lady intervenes by throwing birdseed on the criminals just as they're about to shoot Kevin, causing a massive flock of pigeons to swarm and overwhelm them. As they struggle, the police arrive and arrest them. Kevin's evidence, including photos of the robbery, is used to recover the stolen money and exonerate him. From what? What are they exonerating him for?
I don't know, but is this
vandalism?
Is this where he gives her the dove?
No.
Meanwhile, back in Miami, the McAllisters are desperately trying to locate Kevin. After contacting the New York police and confirming Kevin's whereabouts, Kate travels to New York to find him. She retraces his steps, visiting familiar landmarks, and eventually finds him at the Rockefeller Center Christmas tree early on Christmas morning. The two embrace and reunite joyfully.
Yes.
I'm sorry I'm a horrible mother who's left you twice.
They acknowledge that. They do acknowledge the fact that they're horrible parents.
Yes.
While they're at the police station in Miami filing the missing persons report.
Yes.
That's how they get the credit cards reported as stolen.
Yes.
So, later that day, the entire McAllister family is in the hotel room. Mr. Duncan, who realizes it's Kevin saving the store from the robbery, sends a massive shipment of toys to the plaza as a thank you. Kevin and his cousin siblings find the suite filled with gifts when they wake up. The children begin opening presents and express their gratitude for Kevin for his bravery.
Yes.
As the day unfolds, Kevin sneaks away to Central Park to visit the Pigeon Lady one last time. He gives her the second turtle dove, reaffirming their friendship and promising not to forget her. They watch the snow fall over the park as carols sing in the distance, bringing Kevin's New York adventure to a heartwarming close. However,
back at the hotel, Buzz delivers a rare moment of praise for Kevin, acknowledging his efforts in saving the toy store in the spirit of Christmas. As the family enjoys their surprise holiday in New York, a hotel staff member rushes in with a large bill for the damage and room service charges. Peter shouts Kevin's name in frustration, and Kevin runs off smiling.
Yes, and that is the plot of Home Alone 2: Lost in New York. And I've got to do better at these IMDb plots because some of them are perfect. I'll skim over them. I'll read like two-thirds of it.
Skimming skills.
I know, man. I know. But that's okay. It only had 3 inaccuracies.
There you go.
And I covered them well.
Yes, you did.
You can't even tell.
Let's talk about some of the themes of Home Alone 2. Let's talk about, first, independence and responsibility. So we start off with Kevin starting off wanting to be alone again, believing he's better off without his family. His solo adventure in New York gives him independence, but it also forces him to take responsibility. Eventually, when he decides to stop Harry and Marv from robbing Duncan's toy chest. The theme highlights the tension between the desire for freedom and the need for accountability, especially as Kevin matures from mischievous to heroic.
He's not a hero.
No.
He's a vigilante.
Yes.
God bless him. But
yes,
he went way over the top in this one. I mean, some of these traps, he set Harry's head on fire.
Uh-huh.
and poured kerosene in the commode. So when Harry does a handstand to put out the kerosene, that's like attempted murder.
Yeah. And this is what they were in the Screen Rant videos. Well, no, did Screen Rant also? Didn't they also do the ones with Macaulay Culkin?
I think it was.
Yeah, no, it was College Humor.
College Humor did it. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, that explored that. He was a little sociopath there.
Yes. I mean, you could tell by the first movie, when he didn't want to go upstairs. Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
So, family and forgiveness is the next big theme, because despite his frustrations, Kevin deeply misses his family and ultimately wants to be reunited with them.
Yes.
Conversation with the Pigeon Lady mirrors the emotional arc from the first film, from Mr. Show Snuffle killed his family.
Yes.
And Kevin and the viewers the importance of second chances and to stay connected with their loved ones. The reconciliation with his mother at Rockefeller Center serves as a climatic moment of forgiveness and emotional healing.
And then you also have innocence versus corruption. So Kevin represents innocence, cleverness, and goodwill, especially in contrast to Harry and Marv, who are comically evil and self-serving. Is he, though? The theme also plays out in Kevin's defense of the toy store, a symbol of childhood wonder and generosity from being exploited by the greedy burglars. Mr. Duncan and the Pigeon Lady serve as moral opposites to the Wet Bandits, reinforcing the message that goodness comes in many forms.
Yeah, but Kevin is easily corrupted.
Yeah, he is. But I mean, he's a 10-year-old boy.
He's a 10-year-old boy.
I mean,
but that's the thing, right? We can talk about oh look, he set up these traps. Isn't it hilarious? Joe Pesci's head's on fire. Daniel Stern's being electrocuted.
What is he going to grow up to do?
He needs therapy. A lot of intensive therapy.
Either that or homie's going to walk around talking about I'm Batman. I mean,
and they've got enough money for it.
Right.
Take 14 people to Miami.
Paris or Miami or wherever.
No, they didn't pay for the Paris trip. The Paris trip was paid for them.
By the uncle
who probably does drugs or something.
Something, yes.
And finally, there's kindness and human connection.
Uncle Pablo Escobar's house. Go ahead.
Kevin's relationship with Pigeon Lady embodies the idea that kindness can bridge even the widest social gaps. Mr. Duncan's generosity and Kevin's reciprocal gift of the turtle dove ornament emphasizes the impact of small, meaningful gestures. These connections give Kevin a deeper sense of empathy and maturity by the end of the film. Does he have empathy, though? Or is he just a 10-year-old kid who wanted to save a toy store and torture two burglars?
I think the whole part with the Pigeon Lady, though, that adds some empathy.
Yeah.
So let's look at some behind-the-scenes facts. So, though some scenes were filmed in spring and summer, the crew used potato flakes, foam, and wax-based artificial snow to create a winter look. However, certain NYC scenes, especially in Central Park, were shot during actual frigid conditions, making it a physically demanding shoot for the cast.
Brenda Frickla's scenes with the pigeons were very real. She actually covered herself in birdseed to attract them. She found the scenes a little unsettling, but powered through for the sake of the movie.
During the scene in Central Park where Marv is covered in pigeons, one of the birds actually bit Stern. He didn't break character and kept going, but later admitted the experience was as gross as it looked. Ew.
Yeah. I mean, many of the slapstick... okay. This note right here, right, made me laugh when I read it first time. And I'll tell you why here in a second, okay? But many of the slapstick stunts were performed by professional stuntmen, especially for Joe Pesci and Daniel Stern. One of Stern's stunt doubles fractured a rib doing these high-impact falls. Why am I laughing about that? That sounds horrible, right? And it is horrible. But let's rewind about 18 minutes. Okay? Let's rewind about 18 minutes. Where I said, and I quote... Hang on, I gotta pull it up. Daniel Stern reportedly asked for more over-the-top gags in the sequel, more exaggerated stunts with cartoon physics in mind. He knew he wasn't going to be doing this crap, but he put a stuntman through all of it. Just
Lordy help. Lordy. All right.
No wonder they tried to kill his character in City Slickers 2.
Right? The grand suite Kevin stays in at the Plaza was mostly recreated on a soundstage in Chicago. Only the lobby and exterior shots were done at the actual Plaza Hotel.
So Dunkel's toy chest was not a real store, but as Sarah has
Deduced,
it is inspired by F.A.O. Schwartz. The exterior was filmed at the Rookery Building in Chicago, while interiors were built on sound stages.
some of Tim Curry's lines, including his sinister grin and the delivery of "a most enjoyable stay," were ad-libbed, which led to spontaneous laughter from the crew. Yes, everything Tim Curry does is fabulous.
All to maintain Harry's aggressive energy, Joe Pesci largely avoided Macaulay Culkin on set. Not exactly hard to do, because they only had 2, maybe 3 scenes where they were in the same area together.
Mm-hmm.
Now, he tried to avoid him all the other times because, Macaulay was a 10-year-old kid and he wanted to make the tension real. But aside from the kidnapping scene where they're walking around the city with him...
Right.
And they catch him at the end...
There's not a whole lot.
There's not a whole lot of screen time shared.
All right.
There's less screen time shared in this movie than there was in the first one.
Years later, Columbus admitted that he may have gone a little too far with some of the slapstick in Home Alone 2. The cartoon-like violence exceeded that of the original, and some parents criticized it for being too excessive. Really?
Yeah. The interior of Uncle Rob's house in New York, which was under construction, is actually built on the same soundstage used for the original Home Alone basement flood scene. I did not know that.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
And, though mostly seen in the first film, Kieran Culkin reprised his role as Fuller, Kevin's cousin, albeit briefly. He's seen during the Miami scenes early in the movie.
Yeah, and at the, he has one line. He has 2 speaking lines. Mm-hmm. And that's it. So, all right. What do you think? Rating out of 10. Give me a number. Were the critics right? Is the John-O-meter correct?
Yeah, I'm going to go about a 5.
Yeah, about a 5 too. I mean, look, I loved this movie as a kid.
It's good to watch.
It's good to watch to zone out of the Christmas period, right? But as I've grown up, it doesn't have the same... This one seems cruel.
It doesn't have the nostalgia factor as the first one does.
No. I mean, okay, it was greenlit straight away. The studio wanted a sequel straight away, but it does feel like it was done for the sake of doing a sequel. Cash grab.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
I mean, look, Danny Stern, Joe Pesci, incredible. Tim Curry steals the movie. Right?
Yes.
Especially the bit where he gets slapped in the face by Captain O'Hara.
Yeah,
and she's like... Warm upside, so yeah. But the traps are more sinister, they're more cruel, and I don't know. This one's darker, but not in a cool way.
Right.
What do you think?
Yeah, I agree. And then you've got, the legacy. It led to a franchise of more than 5 movies, but the principal cast would only appear in the first 2 out of the 5. So if it also put Culkin again as a household name. And got him as seen as one of the greatest child stars of all time.
Does that still hold?
It's up there.
I mean, he did
yes.
He did a great job as a child actor.
I tell you what, though, the movie of his that is my favorite is The Good Son.
Yeah,
he scared the bejesus out of me in The Good Son.
It's only because Elijah Wood was trying to stomp in on his turf, though.
Well, really. He can't see anything without his glasses.
No, I'm not talking about I'm not talking about the characters. I mean, I'm talking Macaulay Culkin was evil in that movie because he saw Elijah Wood stomping on his
turf. Culkin would quit full-time acting in 1996 and lead a troubled life for a number of years. He is now healthy and happy and making cameos and generally being lighthearted in front of the cameras because he's married to London Tipton.
Yes,
for
those Disney people out there. Kieran Culkin would emerge as a star, though.
Yes, he's on Succession and quite a few things. He's won all kinds of...
He broke out of nowhere.
I love him, though. And he's hysterical in interviews.
He is. Yeah. I think that's a Culkin trick, because Macaulay's is hysterical in his interviews, too. And he doesn't take himself serious. That's...
Yeah, one of my favorite interviews is where somebody's like, okay, so if we put the Culkin brothers and the Skarsgård brothers, who would win? And Kieran's like... have you seen them? They're giants. They would win. Like big time. We're little. They're huge. They're like 6'5". No, we wouldn't know.
The remaining principal cast would go on and do more than comedy in their futures.
Right.
Except for Catherine O'Hara, it seems, because I think she did nothing but comedy in her career. She's done a lot of serious work, I'm being facetious, but like she's more known for her comedic roles, like Beetlejuice and...
Schitt's Creek.
Schitt's Creek, yeah.
Yes.
Joe Pesci would retire from acting in 1999 after the wonderfully bad movie 8 Heads in a Duffel Bag.
I actually did not hate that movie. We're going to have to do that movie later.
But I mentioned Catherine O'Hara. Macaulay Culkin is extremely close and often refers to her as mom in interviews. Mm-hmm. The Home Alone movies would set the standard for heartfelt Christmas movies across the whole family and comedy spectrum. So things like the Santa Claus, live-action remix of Dr. Seuss stuff, and everything like that. This movie showed that you can have good Christmas movies on a blockbuster scale. Because up until then, there was minor Christmas movies and, you know, like A Christmas Story... and the Charlie Brown movies, they weren't blockbuster hits until later in life, you know. So, but that is Home Alone 2. It's not as good as the first one.
No.
I don't think.
But it's got Tim Curry.
It's got Tim Curry. I don't think. See, okay. A lot of sequels suffer from, you know, it's not as good as the first one, right? Mm-hmm. But you put the sequel in a different universe, same story, different universe, and it works, right?
Okay.
You can't put this story in a different universe and have it working. So this really is a bad sequel.
Yes.
You know, like, for example, you know, we mentioned Die Hard earlier. Die Hard 2, not as good as Die Hard 1, but if you put that movie in a different setting, outside of the John McClane universe, it's a good movie.
Right.
You know? I've said that about music, too. I mean, like, when you hear an album by a band that's not quite as good as their previous work, put it in perspective and put it as another band singing it, and you know, you've got a good album on your hands. So,
absolutely.
This time of year, eh?
There you go.
Lots of movies.
Lots of movies. What's your favorite Christmas movie, guys?
Yeah, tell us. My favorite Christmas movie is the greatest Christmas movie of all time.
Christmas Story?
No.
What?
It is It is not only the greatest Christmas movie of all time. Mm-hmm. It is the greatest adaptation of a novel of all time.
Muppet Christmas Carol.
Muppet Christmas Carol. And it's the greatest Muppet movie of all time.
Yes.
Like, okay, we've done Muppet Christmas Carol on this podcast before, right?
Yes.
But I'm going to briefly say why I love that movie. Mm-hmm. And then I'm going to ask you what your favorite Christmas movie is, and you're going to do the same.
Okay.
The fact that Michael Caine, one of the greatest British thespians of all time, treated the Muppets like they were fellow actors. Not like they were Muppets. Not like he was a Muppet. He didn't do anything with a wink and a nod and a chuckle and anything like that. He played that role of Scrooge so serious.
He was going for an Oscar.
Yeah.
Like he was performing in front of Dickens.
Yes.
Like, yes.
So that's what made that movie so good, because the Muppet crew raised their game to keep up with Michael Caine.
As one should.
But like we've mentioned Muppet Treasure Island with Tim Curry. He brought his game down to match the Muppets, whereas the Muppets brought that game up to match Michael Caine.
But he also...
He is a Muppet.
Yes, he is a Muppet. And he discussed, the toward love affair with Miss Piggy.
Yes.
Yes.
But that's why the Muppet Christmas Carol is not only the greatest Christmas movie, it's the greatest adaptation movie, and is the greatest Muppet movie of all time.
Yes.
What is your favorite Christmas movie?
There's A Christmas Story.
Yes.
That is my favorite. And then if I really just want to watch A Head of Good Hair, then we'll watch Alan Rickman and Die Hard.
Oh, see, I'm sorry, but I will reiterate my stance on Die Hard.
I know.
And I love Die Hard, but it is not a Christmas movie.
It's just a movie that happens to take place
on Christmas. And that's the difference. I'm not denying its Christmas roots. I'm just saying you can watch Die Hard at any point during the year. You can't watch A Christmas Story in April.
Sure you can.
Well, okay, not with that attitude. I understand, but you get what I'm saying, right? So what's your favorite Christmas movie, guys? Let me know. Let us know. We've got plenty of social media pages. We've got a comment section in this video or, the reviews. Just tell us. We're here. Email address is in the thing. Send an email. Smoke signal. Catch up with us on social media. We're everywhere. Just let us know, okay?
Yes.
And I will be back here in a few minutes to talk about what's going on our YouTube channel. and what we've got coming next week.
Yes.
And if we don't speak to you before then, have a wonderful holiday season.
Absolutely.
But we will be back next week, and I'll be back here in a few minutes. So,
Bye.
a sincere thank you to Sarah for joining us on this week's episode of the 90s podcast. I know she's been super busy. I've been busy too, what with her getting her market stuff straight and her inventory straight for all her new business, and, you know, working on Vlogmas, which I've been taking part in as well. It's been a lot of fun. But yes, Sarah is being very busy, and I do appreciate her taking the time out of her schedule to come on here and talk. But that's okay, because next week Sarah is going to be on as well. Yes, so we're going to do something a little different next week. I'm going to ask some questions, and I'm going to answer the same questions myself as we look at what Christmases were like in the 90s in this side of the world in America and in the UK side of the world. We look at the differences, the similarities, what quirks our families had, and so on and so forth. And I will tell you how I experienced as a child and a young adult, and Sarah will do the same thing from the American perspective, okay? So you don't want to miss that. That'll be our Christmas special. What was Christmas like? Christmas versus UK versus America. Yes, that's going to be a lot of fun. Now, I want to give you an update on the website. The website is going to have to be completely rebuilt from scratch due to some issues with our hosting platform. When I went to log on to the website the other day, it stopped me something Trojan horse. So I am going to have to completely and utterly pull the website down, tinker with it, rebuild it from scratch, and then post it back up, okay? That's going to take me a while. I'm not going to be able to do it over a weekend, so this is going to be something that I try to do during my days off, but it is something that is beyond my scope, so we're going to have to do it in the new year when I've got more time, okay? So over on our YouTube channel, we continue our playthrough of Skyrim, and we end the Companions quest line. Can the werewolves beat the werewolf hunters? It's getting pretty serious now. Main people are dying. And we also begin to contemplate war in Skyrim with our decision on which side to take, the Imperials or the Stormcloaks. I think you already know that if you've been following the playthrough, so you know where we're going. That is going to be next week on our YouTube channel. Also on our YouTube channel, if you've been watching our streams on Twitch or you haven't had a chance to catch them, all episodes are uploaded to YouTube the same day. So I sincerely appreciate all who have watched. If you watched Lemons, Championship Manager, and or Doom, I really do appreciate it. As announced earlier on today, our next stream is on Saturday, which is supposed to be our day that we're doing it, but we've had a lot of markets and stuff that I've had to do on Saturdays. But next Saturday, we are rolling with Doom 2, so we're going to continue our Doom playthrough. Unfortunately, it is an 18-plus walkthrough. If you ask your parents' permission, I guess you can watch it. And if you are under 18 and watching, don't tell me. Don't tell your parents. Wink, wink, nod, nod, okay? And that is it for this episode. So if you like what you hear, go to YouTube, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and Podbean. And check out Facebook and Instagram for the latest news and what have yous. And that's it for this episode. So I'm going to get off here. Hope you have a good time. Take it easy, everybody. We'll see you next week. Bye. Hey, everybody.
Hey.
All right, let's start that again. That's also going on the end. I'll put like a little bleep or a ch. Okay.